Excel 2016, Module 6, pages 360 through 365. On the top of page 360, read very briefly about updating linked workbooks and updating a destination workbook with source workbook open. To update the source workbook with a destination file open, number 1, maximize Petoskey, Flint, and Jackson. Okay, let's go down here and find them. There's Jackson. Hey, here's Jackson. Okay, here's Petoskey. And here's Flint. Okay, we maximized them all. Make the Jackson workbook active. It's going to come down here and then click on Jackson, right? Go to the Quarter 1 worksheet. You'll update the rental income for medical centers in March. In cell D8, here's D, and here's 8. So we've got medical centers for March, which currently reads 5,025. Enter 4,925. Okay, the rental income for March changes to 15,651. Go to the summary worksheet in the Jackson workbook, and then verify the total rental income for medical centers in Quarter 1, which is in cell B8, is 13,513. Okay, in F8, okay, here's F and here's 8, you should have 56,452. And the total rental income in Quarter 1, which is in cell B12, should be 51,766. And the total rental income in 2017, cell F12, is 199,689. Compare what you have on your screen to figure 6-20 at the bottom of page 360. All right, at the top of page 361, make the Urban Centers 2017 workbook active. Okay. Verify in the summary worksheet that the rental income for medical centers in Quarter 1, so we're on summary. Okay, here's Quarter 1, and we're dealing with, what do we say, medical centers? There we go, is 40,093. Okay, the total rental income for medical centers in 2017, which is cell F8, should read 169,987. And the total rental income in Quarter 1, which is cell B12, should read $162,916. Okay, and the total rental income in cell F12 is $613,044. All those totals reflect the new value that you entered in the Jackson workbook. Because both the destination and the source files are open, Excel updates the destination file automatically. Save Jackson and Urban Centers 2017. Okay, so when Urban Centers 2017, go ahead and hit save. And then we also need to go find Jackson because that's where we made our change over there, and hit save right there. Also going to fix my ribbon to show my tabs and commands. Okay. All right, on 361, read about updating a destination workbook with the source workbooks closed. Make sure you read this because in these labs, sometimes things can get a little bit wonky with this. So please make sure you read that before you go on. Page 362, to update the source workbook with the destination file closed. Step number 1, close Petoskey, Flint, and Urban Centers 2017 workbooks. Only Jackson is the one that remains open. So I'm in Jackson, so that one's fine. I'm going to go to Urban Center 2017. Okay, and then I'm going to go to Petoskey, and then Flint. So that the only thing I have open, I'm going to check real quick, is Jackson. All right. In the Jackson workbook, go to the quarter 4 worksheet. In the cell D11, here's D, and here's 11, enter 1,925. The rental income from retail in quarter 4 increases to 5,725 right there. Go to the summary worksheet. The rental income from retail for quarter 4, cell E11, is 5,725. The rental income for retail for 2017, cell F11, is $22,077. The total rental income for quarter 4, which is cell E12, is $50,316, and the total rental income for 2017 in cell F12 is $199,739. And again, you can compare what you have on your screen to figure 6-22 in your workbook. Now, save the Jackson workbook and then close it. Okay? Okay, on the top of page 363, open the Urban Centers 2017 workbook. Obviously, you have to navigate to your flash drive. You know that my files and your files are never saved in the same place and they don't look the same, so just go find yours. All right, go to the summary worksheet. The value in cell E11 has not changed, and I opened the wrong file. Thank you very much. Let me try that one more time. Okay, much better. Now, what I want you to see, this is really, really important. When you're working in these labs, and it could even happen at home, do you see this security warning? You have to enable content. If you don't do this, everything else is going to fail, okay? So make sure you click, watch out for this yellow box and hit enable content, okay? Now, once you do that, you can come up with your nice little security warning. Do you want to make this file a trusted document? Okay, you absolutely want to hit yes. Okay, now again, things can work a little different in when you're working in the labs. Okay, because of these different security warnings, sometimes things can work a little bit differently than it says in your textbook. Okay, but it did update our files when we said go ahead and enable this to happen, okay? So, step number 2, it says in the dialog box, click the update button. Well, when we called this a trusted document, it took care of that, okay? So now, the values in the destination file are updated. Please remember, again, this could work differently on your computer, and your computer might work exactly like the textbook says. So I'm glad you got to see it the way it worked on my computer, just in case, you know, you're on a computer that doesn't work like the textbook. But please remember, yours could have worked exactly like the textbook, okay? All right, let's take a look at what we have. The total rental income for retail in quarter 4, shown in cell E11, increased to $19,130. The rental income from retail for 2017, cell F11, is $74,562. The total quarter 4 rental income, cell E12, is $153,971. And the grand total of all rental income in 2017, cell F12, increased to $613,094. Click cell E11, E, and there's 11. And then look at the complete file path. Okay, look, you know that's going to be completely different than mine. Okay, it's going to be completely different than mine. The full path appears because the source workbooks are closed. Note that the path you see is going to match the location where you have yours saved, not where I have mine. Okay, go ahead and hit save. And we're ready to move on to the next page. All right, on the bottom of this one, just read briefly about managing links. And then we're going to flip over to page 366. 364. To save a copy of the Urban Center's 2017 workbook and open the Edit Links dialog box. Okay, what we're going to do right now is save this file as Urban Centers Audited 2018. Okay, so you know to hit F12. So Urban Centers Audited 2018. Okay, got it? If if it takes you a minute, just pause. All right, step number 2. On the ribbon, click the Data tab. In the Connections group, which is right here, click the Edit Links button. The Edit Links dialog box opens. Note that the path you see for your source files will match the location where you have it saved. It won't look like what's in the textbook where I have it. Okay, everything, I have different file names than you do. My location with my path is completely different. That's okay. This should, all be your stuff, your file names, your paths. That's totally normal. Okay, now on page 364, read this portion, okay, about the Edit Links dialog box. Please make sure you read this stuff. So read all of that, and then we're going to move up to page 365 at the top. To convert all external reference formulas to their current values, step number 1. In the Edit Links dialog box, click the Break Link button. See it right there? A dialog box opens alerting you that breaking links in the workbook permanently converts formulas and external references to their existing values. Click the Break Links button. And all of our links are gone. No more links appear in the Edit Links dialog box. Go ahead and click the Close button on your Edit Links dialog box. The Urban Centers Audited 2018 workbook now contains values instead of formulas with external references. Select cell B6. The value 44,263 appears in the cell and the formula bar. The link, the external reference formula, was replaced with the data value. All of the cells in range B6 to E11 contain values rather than external reference formulas. Go ahead and save the Urban Centers Audited 2018 workbook and then close it. The Urban Centers 2017 workbook still contains those external reference formulas, and the Urban Centers Audited 2018 workbook only contains values. Okay, go ahead and hit save, and you're ready to move on to your next video.